Now, before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know that, you know, whether you are entitled to my opinion or you're entitled to GDQ, that's totally up to you, and I don't really care. Feel free to think what you think. Everyone has just different opinions. So, as some of you may know, um, I've been waiting for a in-person GDQ for a very, very long time, literally years. I remember attending AGDQ 2020, and it was such a cool event, and everybody that was there was really cool to talk to, and you know, it was just a blast. So I wanted to go back again, and SGDQ 2022 back in March got announced as an in-person event. However, with some dilemmas. You're required to get a booster shot of the vaccine. You had to wear a N95 masks, and also they were going to cut attendance, and they were going to uh, charge a little bit more, I think, than they usually do. But uh, regardless, I still wanted to go. So I got those things taken care of, and everything was good, right? Right? So come May 23rd, which is the day that you have to put in your vaccination card and your um, ID and stuff, I put it in, and I get the green check mark. Everything's good. Now, a few weeks later, when I'm actually heading to the event, so 2 days ago, I started my drive over to GDQ at 4 in the morning. Reason being was because I didn't want to be stuck in traffic, because I knew that Minneapolis rush hour is pretty bad in the morning, and getting there around 10 is very ideal because, the traffic won't be as bad, compared to other things, because I'm 6 to 7 hours away from the actual event. So there's that. So I get there around 10 a.m. Keep in mind, I was going with my older brother because, you know, we were planning to, spend our time going to this event, and also, I needed someone older than me to go with me because I'm not about to drive 2 states over. You know what I mean? So I drove completely all the way there for 6 hours straight, and so I had my family member actually go check me in. And try to get me in while I went to go to use the bathroom because I was very exhausted and I was very, I just really needed to go. So I go back to the car, and then I get a message saying that, like, apparently I had the wrong vaccination card on file. It was a picture of my card before the booster shot even happened. So what we had to do is we asked them if we could come back in a few hours and give them the second or the proof of my booster shot, because I actually got it before the event even started, or before the submissions or whatever were due. So we were like, okay, we're gonna go and wait a few hours so we can get a picture. And they went, and they were like, oh, okay, sounds good. So I go and we check into our hotel, and I go to the Airbnb that I was staying with. And a few hours later, I get the vaccination card on hand, and I get it. I go straight to GDQ, and I try to check in again. However, they asked for the other person I was going with to come on later because, I was told that we were getting your badges. However, as soon as he came, they just did not give us our badge, and they told us that we couldn't go in despite having that. And we weren't given an explanation why. We don't know. It was really weird. So I ultimately just decided to go downstairs in the lobby to see if I can get something sorted and find out what's going on. And I run into pretty well-known Sonic runner, Katie. And, I had met her a few hours beforehand. So, of course, I wanted to tell her about this because, she was part of our SATX and SA2 speedrunning group. And I go sit down, talk to her, and I'm just like, yo, they couldn't let me in for some stupid reason. Despite me having the booster shot and everything and having proof of it, they just wouldn't let me in. And immediately after that, she was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I wish there was something I could do because, this is really dumb. Like, this shouldn't be happening to you. You have everything already, right? And so after that, she gets her ride or whatever to her Airbnb where she was going with. She was staying in a huge mansion with the other statics and SAT runners. And I go back to my hotel. Now, about an hour after I go back, I get a text from Savick, who is a SAT runner, and he's very concerned. He is very, very upset. So I find out that Katie literally told everyone in our group about what happened, and so I went back to GDQ in the hotel, and I, of course, went up with Savick and Shovelclaws, and all of us were trying to get a higher up staff member to help us with this because it was really, really bad. It wasn't good. So we went upstairs and we talked to a volunteer who actually ended up giving us a higher up staff member. Now, this staff member that they got, I don't know who it was exactly, but I showed them all the details of the card that we had and everything, and we ended up just bringing it to them. And immediately after they went onto their computer or whatever and put in some stuff, they came back and they were just like, "I'm going to have to ask you to leave and never come back." And so after this, I was pretty bummed because it's done. It's game over. I'm not going to be able to get in at all. And so Savick and Shovelclaws end up talking with me for another half hour about what I could do because, I was staying for another day. So I really, really, really was clueless on what I was going to do because I can't actually go into the event space at all. So I decide that I'm going to go relax for a little bit and just chill in my car because it's a little devastating, going so far and waiting for so long only to be rejected, you know what I mean? And keep in mind, at this point when I was in my car, I was completely devastated. I was just so sad because, I really, really wanted to meet these people and, I wasn't going to get this opportunity again for a good while, so that's why I was very, very upset. I actually ended up making some really depressing tweets, and as a result, some of my friends contacted me on Discord, and they were really concerned. And one of them actually had a friend who was staying at GDQ, and they tried to get her to help me out and figure out what's going on because it's so bad. Like, this was nothing like I've ever seen. And, I didn't get an apology. I didn't get an explanation for anything. I was just told to leave. So I end up finding this person that my friend has on Discord, and we talked about it for a little bit. And to say the least, I was a little bit happy because, after I told them everything and after I told them how, dumb it is that they wouldn't let me despite me having everything already, that they decided to include me in whatever they were doing. So I went up to the room and it was a blast. Like, we were just talking about what we all do as runners because we had like a variety of runners. It was mostly PlayStation runners that I was talking to, but shout outs to Cinder, Merkaz, Deoman, all of those guys were so sick to talk to, and I'm super, super glad that I got the opportunity to do that last night, or that night, I guess. And so around midnight, I go back down to my hotel room because I'm very tired and I didn't want to, I didn't want to stay the night, you know what I mean? So go back to the hotel room and I sleep. And I actually woke up at 8:30 in the morning or 9, something like that. And I realized that I forgot my bag back at the room. Stupid me. Um, and so I go back up and get the bag and everything. And these guys were so helpful. I mean, like, they were trying to cheer me up and everything, and it was super nice of them to do that. But I guess in the end, after all that happened, I had arranged something with the statics and SAT speedrunners, and I had a great rest of the day. Like, everything was good. They were trying to help me out, and they were, including me in everything that they were doing, so that way, I could have the best time that I could, given me not being able to go into the event. So I wanted to make this video because in case this policy or whatever of vaccinations and masks and whatever goes to the next GDQ, I want you guys to be aware not to make the same mistake I did, because technically at the end of the day, I was the one who put the wrong card, and that got me not able to get into the event itself. But I mean, GDQ should have just been better off letting me go after I gave them the second card, because I mean, like it wasn't like a story, like it wasn't fabricated or something. I literally was missing my card. Like, I didn't have the picture of it. Like, I accidentally put my old one into the website. So yeah, I find that a little ridiculous that they didn't do anything and that they just blew me off completely. They took my money, and I cannot refund either. Like, they just completely took my money, and the trip was pretty much washed out at that point. So yeah, I did want to come out about this, because I don't want the same thing happening to me. And it turns out it has happened before. One of my good buddies, Aura Ace, actually, the first GDQ that he attended, he did not get a badge either for whatever reason. I don't remember exactly what it was for, but he was not able to get into the event either. So I really hope that this message is loud and clear, and that you guys completely understand why I was so upset and why, I wrote everything that I did, because, it was so devastating for me not being able to get in and not being able to, hang out with my friends that I've known for such a long time. But in the end of the day, like, they ended up making up for it. They ended up, we ended up hanging out outside the event because obviously they had like 5 more days to do stuff in event spaces. So they knew that, like, today was the day that I would go out with them more often, you know what I mean? So I really just want to thank everyone who was involved with that. Spec, Katie, Drum, Savick, Shovel Claws, all of those guys, Drywall. There's so many other people too that helped me really make my day yesterday. So I really appreciate that, you guys. Like, I'm genuinely serious. You made my day, and you made my entire trip saved, because you let me hang out with you guys outside the event, so I really appreciate that. So I mean, that's everything I have to say, but overall, I did not get a good vibe from any staff member that I talked to at the event. They seemed a little strict, and also, I don't know, they just seemed like they cared more about the money than the actual people themselves. So, I get it. GDQ's corporate, they have sponsors, they have everything. But at the same time, like, you have to realize you have 1,500 people who are attending the event, and they paid money to see these runners, and now they can't get in, because they had the wrong card on file, in my case at least. I don't know if other people had this issue as well, but it was bad. So yeah, hopefully I can get redemption from this, and I'm able to, have a good time at AGDQ 2023 because that's the next event after this. So yeah, I guess that's everything I had to say. If I left something out, I'm sorry, but like I just wanted to give the quick summary of everything because it was a little bit of a lot, and I just didn't want to, stuff you guys with information. You know what I mean? Just like rambling about random things. So, but yeah, I just wanted to spread the word about this, and in case any of you guys have this issue, or we have to deal with this policy next event, then just be aware to not make the same mistake I did, because at the end of the day, it's still my fault, somewhat, for this happening. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you, like, in general for all the support, like, I got on Twitter, on Discord, and at the event itself. Like, everyone was super, super nice, and, like, really made my day better, and honestly, without you guys, I don't know what I'd be doing right now, because, like, I was so devastated. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to talk about this with me a little bit more, feel free to add me on Discord or join my Discord server, both link in the description. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you whenever I upload a new video. Take care, guys.